Hello. So this week we're going to work on some stretches predominantly into the hips and walk out our downward dogs and forward folds. So for class this week you will need 2 blocks or something similar, boxes, books. These are going to be used to bring the floor up to you in our lizard pose and pyramid pose. So they will be used to put your hands upon. So just make sure they're slightly sturdy. If you haven't got anything that can stand up vertically, then just a few books, just so that you can put them either side of your feet, and you can, if needs be, use your shin. So it's not essential, but anything that resembles a yoga block would be good. Okay, so then when you're ready, if you sit in a position that's comfortable for you and close into the eyes. So then allow the inhalation to travel up the spine. Really finding length. As you exhale, then take the shoulders away from the ears. Again, inhale, lift up through the spine. As you exhale, this time relax and release into the hips. So tune into the body now and notice how the body's feeling. Any areas that you feel are unbalanced from one side to the other. Pay particular attention to the hips and how they feel. So again, take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let go of your story and thoughts from the day and the week before you. And allow your attention to just be with yourself on your mat. So inhale, open into the eyes. Exhale, then take the chin to the chest. Inhale, coming up. Exhale all the way up to the ceiling. Back to center. Exhale now, chin to chest again. Inhale to the center. Exhale then all the way up. Back to center. Last one here. Take that chin right in. Feel that stretch all the way down the central nervous system of the spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale then all the way up. Really take the shoulders away from the ears. Coming back then to center. Turn to look now over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Turn to look then over the left shoulder. Coming back to center. Now take the arms out to the side. Now I then want you to take the right ear to the right shoulder. The right hand then is going to be placed on the left side of the face. Use that hand to help you draw the ear closer to that right shoulder. And then I want you to bring the left hand onto the left shoulder. Now on your exhale, tuck the elbow in towards the ribs. Feel that increase the stretch. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Exactly the same for the other side. So the left ear comes to the left shoulder. Left hand on the right side of the face. Right hand comes to the right shoulder. When you're ready, draw that elbow in. Feel that stretch increase. When you're ready, then come back out to the side. So breathe in, lift all the way up. Exhale, take the backs of the palms down to the mat beside you. And again, scoop up. Take the arms down. Last one, scoop it up. Bring the arms then down. Now then take the left arm alongside the ear. The right hand then is going to push into the floor. So use that hand to twist and bring those right ribs out from underneath. So you don't want this arm over the face. You want to really open up and have that arm then alongside the ear. So don't allow the hand to fall. Energy through those fingertips. Looking up then underneath that left shoulder. Walk the hand a little bit further away. Push into the floor so that left sitting bone is even more connected to the mat. Increase that stretch. When you're ready, breathe in, lift up. Wiggle those arms over to the other side. So this time those left ribs are coming out from underneath. And allow the right arm alongside the ear. So again, walk the hand a little bit further away. Really push into the floor and then increase that stretch. When you're ready then, breathe in, lift up. Both arms are going to come up. Now you're going to exhale, twist round to the left. Push those hands behind. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, up you come. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. One more each side here, lift it up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. From there, coming back to center, arms then come in front of you. Interlace those fingers. So push the fingers away from you, so push the knuckles away. Visualize a ball in between the arms. Think about spreading and separating the shoulder blades back behind you. Tuck the chin in. When you're ready, inhale, palms come to the ceiling. Exhale, hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now take the gaze up. So from behind, the posture looks like this. So really use those shoulder blades then to massage into the upper back. When you're ready then, relax and release. So take the soles of the feet together now, holding on to the toes. Wiggle in then to the knees to wake up those hip flexors. When you're ready then from here, I want you to take the elbows into the creases of the knees. The hands then are going to come to the ankles. So now use your elbows to push out. Try not to round through that upper back. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Push the knees out. From here then, lift up. Walk the fingers forwards now, allowing the weight of the head to hang heavy. Pushing those knees out. When you're ready, you're going to breathe in. Lift those arms right up. Exhale, back down you go. Inhale, again, lift up. Exhale, all the way down. Last one here. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, all the way down. When you're ready then, breathe in and lift up. And now straighten in just to your right leg. I'm putting it out, I don't want to put it out, lift it up. So the knee's going to lift up. Your foot then is inside the right thigh. Now you're going to take the left hand behind you to place your right hand on your left knee. Now as you turn, so we're going to twist through the spine, turning to look over our left shoulder. But you're going to push that left knee out as you go. So the knee will come into contact with the mat. So point through that right foot. When you're ready, breathe in, lift yourself out of the pelvis. Exhale, twist, pushing that leg out. So really point that right foot away from you. When you're ready, you're going to push from the outer edge of that left foot and lift up through to the inner edge. Slide the leg back out, same on the other side. So right hand then's behind you. Point through the left foot this time. So really push that foot away from you. Imagine that leg getting longer. Left hand, you're going to push that right knee out as you twist. Point through the left toe. When you're ready then, breathe in and lift up. And slide the right leg out to meet the left. So flex through the feet. We're going to breathe in and lift up. Exhale down towards the toes. It doesn't matter whether you touch the toes or the arms are next to you, we're just warming up. Now slide forwards, lift up. Exhale down that little bit deeper towards your toes or to the mat. Slide those fingertips forwards, lift up. Last one here, down you come. Slide that little bit further forwards and up, and then relax and release the arms down. So now point the toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push the heels away. Rolling through, point the toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push those heels away. Okay, last one. Point those toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push the heels away. Now separate the feet slightly and bring the big toes in. Take then the big toes out. Little toes out. Big toes in. Little toes out. Big toes in. Little toes out. Now I want you to curl just into the toes. Now spread and separate the toes. Those who've been in class before know that I can't do this on one side. This foot spreads and separate. This one, just the big toe, like my yo toe. Yo. Sorry. I've got a very big toe and it doesn't like the rest of my toes, so it looks like I'm doing a thumbs up with my foot. But the other side does as it's supposed to and spreads and separates the toes. So again, curl the toes. Lift the toes. Spread and separate into the toes. I try really hard, it just doesn't work. And again, curl. Relax and release, spread and separate into those toes. One day they're going to abide by my rules. Not today though. Okay, now take the legs wide. Oh, don't kick over your blocks if they're there. So come into your straddle stretch. And we're just warming up, so don't worry about how the straddle stretch looks. It will look very different for everybody. So again, we're going to lift up. You're going to exhale, come forwards towards the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the left towards those left toes. Or the mat, either side, or the shin. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, up you come. Exhale, to the right side. Again, you can touch the floor, touch your shin. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down to center. Lift it up. Twist, exhale to the left. Hands again can be anywhere that works for you. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale to center. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Now this time you're going to come up, all the way over, twist to the left. Get that a little bit deeper. Inhale, up, all the way over to the right. And again, windmill over to the left. Last one coming up to the right. Stretch it back to center. And then relax here for a moment. So allow the shoulders to come away from the ears. If you've got the flexibility, you can come down onto the forearms, or you may remain up. Just keep those knees up, keep those feet flexed. Each exhale, walk the fingertips forwards just that little bit more. We like to hold the leg stretches for a little bit longer, because the longer the muscles are, the longer they take to stretch. So those leg muscles are super long, so they take a long while. Okay, when you're ready, roll yourself up, legs come together, and wiggle into the knees. So come round onto your all fours position. We're going to warm up and mobilise the spine by going through our cat-cow stretches. We're then going to twist a little bit through the spine and then come into those hips and hamstring stretches. So you want your hands underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart. The fronts of your feet are flat on the mat. When you're ready, draw up the head, draw up the tailbone, push up through the back. Inhale, draw up the belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale, roll it through, drop the head, drop the tailbone, push up. Inhale, belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone, lift up. Last one, drop the head and tailbone, push it up through the back. Inhale, drop the belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Okay, then I want you to push into the right hand, lift the left arm up. We have a cat. So really push against the mat then to lift up. Bend then into that left arm and hook it around the hip. Just here. Okay. To keep that twist through the spine. When you're ready, then release the hand. You're going to bend into that right elbow. Slide the left through, bringing the left side of the face down onto the mat. Pushing into that right hand, pushing the weight back onto your right shoulder, left shoulder. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Slide the hand forwards. Dropping the chest center and the forehead towards the mat. The tailbone stays lifted here. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Now bring the palm to face the ceiling. Slide the left hand away, bringing the right side of the face onto the mat. So really think about getting the front of that left shoulder down into the mat. When you're ready then, breathe in and lift up. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So you are going to then push into that left hand. Right hand comes up. So really push the floor away again, twist through the spine. Bring the hand then behind the hip. Push and open. When you're ready, you're going to release from there. Bend that left elbow, loop the right hand through. Bringing the right side of the face onto the mat this time. So push into that left hand, pushing the weight back onto that right shoulder. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Slide then the hand away, bringing the chest center towards the mat. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Push the palm towards the ceiling, pushing that hand away. The left side of the face comes down into the mat. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Okay, then you are going to step your left foot forwards, so you come into a low lunge. Now have your blocks or whatever you have as a prop available to hand. I won't put them in front so you can't see them. Now you're going to come up into a low lunge. Now think here about engaging the lower abs and this front quad here. So you're not hanging into your hips. You're holding yourself in this posture, but sinking into the hip to get deeper. So then you can walk that foot forwards, making sure all the time that the knee is above the ankle, and get deeper into that hip, but without hanging. Okay, when you're ready then, grab your blocks, place them then either side of that front foot, and then we're going to push the hips back, straighten into that leg, and bring the toes up. So then you might want to wiggle that heel forwards a little bit. Now you're going to exhale, aim the chest center towards that front thigh. You may find here that you can bring the blocks down so that they're just bringing you an inch or two above the floor. Or you may find that you don't need them at all and your hands can come either side of that front foot. So keep breathing here, pushing those hips back. From here, what I want you to do is take your left hand onto your forehead. Now you're going to aim your left elbow to your big toe. That there will help you realise where the stretch is meant to be felt. So keep pushing forwards. Not so much that the leg shakes, that will be the muscles crying and shortening. But just enough that you feel that stretch. That arm there is just to show you where the stretch is meant to be felt. Okay, from here, I want you then to tuck the back toes under. So from a side view, you can bend back into that front knee, tuck the back toes under and lift the knee. Now you're moving the knee back, so you're making the distance between each knee wider. Okay, so we're going to come into our lizard pose. So if you take your blocks and place them inside the front edge of that front foot. Front edge, inside edge of the front foot. So I'm really cautious. The recording stopped halfway through. So I had to stop and then work out where I was. So now I'm really cautious that my recording is working. So I'm going all over the doolally with the speech. Not that that makes a difference to normal, but hey. Okay, so you're then going to come down onto your forearms. And you may find that you want to wiggle that foot out a little bit to give yourself a bit of space. Keep breathing then into that left hip. And you may find that you can take one block away, or book whatever you're using, coming further down. Or you may not need the blocks at all and you can come down onto your forearms. Now from here, what I want you to do is roll onto the outside edge of that left foot. Push that knee out and see if that gets you a little bit deeper. Keep breathing here, sending that breath to that front hip. From there, then roll on to the sole of the foot. Bring yourself back up. Now tuck your back toes under. You're going to step up and back to downward dog. Hopefully feeling more released on that side. Now you're going to lift into the right leg, so you come into your three-legged dog. And then bring that foot through between the palms of the hands. Drop that back knee down. So you're going to lift up. Check that those lower abs are engaged and this front thigh. So sinking into those hips. Again, not hanging, just sinking in. Walking that foot forward as this hip starts to open up. This one here is opening through the front. So when you're ready then, I want you to take your blocks, place them either side of that front foot. So again, we're going to push those hips back, straightening into the front leg, lifting the toes up as you go. So lift up and back. So again, walk that heel forwards if you need to. And then allow the chest centre to come forwards towards the thigh. So again, you may have the blocks either side of that front foot. Or you can take the hands down towards the front foot. Really use that exhale to get deeper. Send the exhale down to that back of the hamstring, to that hamstring. Okay, hand then comes to the forehead. You're then going to aim that elbow towards the right toe this time. Keeping those hips pushing back, keep breathing. When you're ready then, breathe in and lift up. Now bend back into that front knee. Bring those blocks either side of the front foot. And again, if you need to, move that foot out slightly to give yourself space. So tuck the back toe under, lift through the knee and widen into that space between the knees. Now you're going to exhale, come down onto your forearms. So again, really notice whether you need the blocks here. If you find it's quite comfortable, get rid of one. Or again, if you can, get rid of both, coming down onto the forearms in connection with the mat. So keep exhaling into the posture, into that front hip. And when you're ready, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, push the knee out, see if that gets you a little bit deeper. When you're ready, roll onto the base of the foot again. Bring the hands up, tuck the back toe, step up and back to your downward dog. Okay, so in your downward dog, you want to roll those shoulders back and down, pushing the chest center towards the thighs. So the shoulders are coming down your back, but then you want to think about engaging the upper arm muscles so you're not hanging in your shoulder girdle. So what I want you to do here, push into the bases of the fingers and the heels of the hands. Now bend your knees lots and push into those hands. So bend those knees. That back is now nice and flat. Okay, think about those upper arm muscles engaging. Now as you exhale, slowly start to straighten the legs out. Try and keep that back in that position.
Doesn't matter whether the heels hit the floor or not. Couple of breaths here, aiming those heels towards the floor. Tailbone being the apex of your mountain. Drawing the abdomen in. When you're ready then, bend into that right leg, pushing the left heel down into the mat a little bit more. Come up onto the balls of both feet. Bend the left leg now, push that right heel down. Again, come onto the balls of both feet. Bend the right knee, push the left heel down. Now come onto the balls of both feet, and now exhale both heels down. From here then, slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Come into your forward fold. Now I want you to keep a bend here now in your knees. So keep those knees bent. Think about space in the lower back. So we're not straightening those legs just yet. Think about the chest center coming down. Think about the space in the lower back. Really allowing the torso to melt down. From here then, you can bring the palms to the mat. And then begin to straighten into those legs. Feel the backs of the knees begin to straighten. Now they don't have to straighten all the way out. You can leave a slight bend in them. Think about that space in the lower back. Think about the tailbone heading up towards the sky. The torso melting down towards the thighs. Again, if you can straighten totally into the legs. Keep using that exhale to get the chest center down. When you're ready then, bend into the knees. Now slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then when you're ready, come to sit on your mat. We'll go through some leg stretches and then into our relaxation. I have no idea how long today's gone on for because my camera has broken twice. So this is third time lucky, and I'm going to piece it all together and hope that it lines up as it should. We will see. Okay, so I want you to straighten out that right leg. Your foot then is going to rest upon your right thigh. Now take hold of the foot and the knee and then gently rock. From here, lift the foot and then swing the leg, the foot and the leg, the left leg across your right thigh. Okay, here when you're ready, I want you to place the foot then in towards the groin. This knee then is coming back and around. So with this, I want you to visualize the ball and socket joint of the hip. So you want to really think about that roll as your leg's going round. Okay, now I want you to draw the foot in towards you. From here, take hold of the base of the foot. Now your hand is going to come down beside you, so I don't want you to lean into that. You want to stay nice and upright through the body and then begin to straighten into that leg out to the side. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to bend into this leg so the knee comes out. Your foot then is going to be at belly button height, so you're a little bit higher. Squeeze the foot then into the body, relax those shoulders. You can see where this is headed. When you're ready, take hold of the foot. Hand comes down again to support you, not to rest on. Straighten that leg out a little bit more. Now again, take the knee out. The foot now is at face height. So you want to think about drawing the toes towards the nose. So not the nose towards the toes. So I don't want you going like this. So strain your neck. Stay relaxed here. It's the toes coming towards the nose, not the opposite. Okay? Nice and upright. Squeeze it in.
And again, take hold of the base of the foot. Straighten the leg out to the side. Oh, it's raining now. Okay, then when you're ready, bring it in. And those of you that have done this with me before will know that my foot then looks like a white fish. So shake out the foot. You're then allowing the fresh blood supply to come into the foot. Hopefully yours won't look quite so wet fishy. Okay, then straighten out. Hopefully you'll notice a different way of elongated through this left side. Let me know. Okay, other side. So the right foot then is going to be placed upon the left thigh. Now you are going to shake into the knee. When you're ready, lift the foot up and then swing the leg across the left side. Okay, then place the foot in then towards the groin and bring the knee out and around. Again, visualising that ball and socket joint of the hip. Okay, then squeeze the foot into the body. Again, then take hold of the foot. Left hand this time is your support. Straighten into that right leg. Out to the side. So then take the knee out. The foot then is at belly button height. So a little bit higher. Squeeze it in. When you're ready then, again, take hold of the foot. Straighten it out to the side. Okay, last one. Take the knee out, then your foot is then at face height. So again, draw the toes towards the nose, not the nose towards the toes. Relax those shoulders. Squeeze it in. When you're ready, take hold then of the foot. Last one here, stretch it out. Bend it back, take hold of the ankle, shake the wet fish foot. And then when you're ready, relax and release. So wiggle into the legs. And then you can come to lay down for a relaxation. So if you lay in a position that's comfortable for you, and if you're bending into the knees, just make sure then the knees rest into one another. And that the feet are further than hip distance apart. It just supports the lower back. Or you can lay out in Shavasana, where you have the legs slightly out of the mat and the arms slightly out of the body. So then what I want you to do is begin to allow the heart rate and the breath rate to slow. Really allow now the body to relax and release on the mat. So focus now upon how the body feels at the end of the class, allowing you to make the comparison to how you tuned into the body at the beginning. Now I want you to start to focus on your breath and how the breath is coming and going. Whether the breath is even, short and sharp, or relaxed. Now I want to focus on the breath and the journey it takes through the body. So place your hands upon your abdomen. As you inhale then, I want you to notice how the belly rises. And as you exhale, notice how the belly falls. Notice now where the breath originates from, deep within our abdominal cavity. So it takes much more of a journey than just coming from the chest center. So Really tune into the body and the rise and fall of the belly as you inhale and exhale. Now from here, I want you to move the hands slightly further up above the diaphragm to the ribs. Now as you inhale, notice how that belly rises. And the rib cage then expands. And as you exhale, the rib cage deflates and the belly falls. There's two different parts of the journey, connected now as one. Really feel how as the ribs expand, you can inhale more air. Allowing you to exhale more of the stale waste air that sits at the bottom of the lungs. The final part the journey of the breath takes is our chest centre. So place your hands then upon your chest centre. Now think about that inhale, how the belly rises, the rib cage expands, and the chest centre then rises also, before that breath is then taken. The three parts of the journey linked now together. As you exhale, notice how the chest centre falls, followed by the ribs deflating and the belly falling. Notice how deep the breath comes from within us. And how, as you pay attention to the three parts of the breath elongates and becomes slower. Much needed in times of stress and tension. So remember to revisit the journey of the breath every now and then, just to allow it to slow in a nice natural way, allowing you to almost restore it to its place. I want you to slowly remove the hands from the chest and have them by your sides. Wiggle now into the fingertips and into the toes to allow the extremities to wake up. Draw then the knees into the chest centre one by one, giving them a squeeze into the body. Gently then rock from side to side, allowing the mat and floor beneath you then to massage into the back. Roll over then onto one side and pause there for just a moment. Still with the eyes closed, use your top arm to push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. From there, I want you to draw the palms together, rub the hands together to create heat and energy. Place the palms then over your face, breathing in the heat and energy you've created. Open your eyes then to the darkness of the palms. Cut the fingers to allow the light to naturally come into your eyes. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Bringing your prayer past your brow centre into your heart centre. Namaste. Thank you.